Alright, I am out here with a very big truck, the HSP 110th Octane. HSP Octane 2S 4-wheel, 2S power 4-wheel drive right there. And man, this body looks awesome. So there's blue, orange, and black and gray, and the blue really only lights up under the right lighting. The orange lights up all the time, and the black is good. Now, I did my usual, I drove it here, and it's way too big to put in my bag, so I just kind of drove it here. Give me a second. I'm going to unplug this battery because stuff was happening. So this is not the actual battery for this truck. This is just a 2S battery that I had. A little shorty pack. A little bit too short if you ask me. It's a little short, but it fit, and for driving it out here, it's fine. It slid around in there a little bit, but I don't really care. Like I said, for driving it out here, it's fine. Now, I do have another 2S pack to bring it home on, but this here is the stock 2S pack it comes with. 3500 milliamp hour, 30C Dean's connector stock. So after about, I don't know, a 30-minute walk, and I was going pretty easy on it. I wasn't going crazy. I did rip it through the grass a little bit, and I mean, as you could tell, I'm pulling grass out of it. You know, there's some grass, some long strands tangled around the drive shaft. Easy enough to untangle by hand right now. We've got some weird plants here that grow weird grass. So, it flipped over in the field on the way in here, and something was smoking. Let me get you guys a more up-close view of the internals here. I don't have my toolkit here to take this all apart and look at it, but yeah. So something was smoking, and that motor is quite warm. Now, this car is priced at $219 for this whole thing. This is what you get. The battery comes with it. A battery charger comes with it. Big tires, foam inserts, oil-filled shocks. The works. Brushed 550 size motor. The works. Brushed ESC. Receiver somewhere in there. Servo right there, 15 kilogram servo according to the thing. Adjustable camber and toe in the front, adjustable camber in the rear. Vented rims. They do balloon when free spinning. Now, damn, that is warm. That is toasty. I wonder if it was this grass burning, but it smelled like plastic. So, until I get it home and get it all apart, I'm not going to actually know what was on fire. But there was something smoking in there. Which, to be fair, I don't even know where the smoke was coming from. I just know it was coming from this half of the car. So, yeah, that was interesting. I definitely do want to run it. I do have a 3S battery that fits if I remove this foam block, which I had to pull that out the hard way. So I do have a 3S that'll fit, and I do want to run it 3S, but I guess this will just have to be a shorter video. So first I'll show you guys what it can do stock on the 2S. We're basically just going to tear around up here because I don't want to get in anybody's way or anything like that. There's a guy over that way doing stuff, and I definitely don't want to get in his way. I don't want to get in nobody else's way, but I also need to let this motor cool down more. It is only 50 degrees out, 56 degrees. That's Fahrenheit, but it's pretty cool. So I guess I can give my first impressions on this truck. Oil-filled shocks are nice. The suspension feels good. Squeaky. Metal dog bones or CVDs, can't tell by looking at it. The steering link setup is fairly complex over here because it's got the steering knuckle and the like regular axle knuckle kind of thing. It's got like a two-part steering knuckle. The back end is a little bit simpler. Wheelie bar that on this one does absolutely nothing. This truck does not wheelie with this 550. I think it's too big and heavy. The 550 brush motor is nice, although, I don't know. These body mounts worry me. I'll show you. There's a lot of flex in them, so those kind of worry me. I feel like those are going to break, but I definitely think that motor is going to burn out before anything else goes wrong. This is an HSP, which I looked at their website, and it looks like it was made in the early 90s or late 90s. Man, it brought me back to some high school days of surfing Nitro RCX. It's got shock cap protectors here on the front and rear. It has that big, nice bumpers with holes in them for LEDs. They do have the collapsible ring thingy, so they give a little bit. Like I said, oil-filled shocks. Let me back this up. Nice shocks. Big, heavyweight shocks. Mine are preloaded some. They came like that. I did not do that myself. It's a very heavy truck, and the weight seems to be focused in the back where the motor is, which is cool. At least for me. I like wheelies. But this truck can't do a wheelie. I do already have plans to upgrade this truck. I want to put a big 550 sized 4300 kV motor, kV brushless motor in here, and swap out that ESC for a brushless one because more power. I also want to, with how hot this is getting, I definitely think a fan on that heatsink is going to be an absolute necessity. But I mean, it's still hot in this video. It's been off for a bit now, but that is still a very, very hot motor. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go figure out a way to cool this down really quick and make a kind of short video. I gotta be careful. Alright, I cooled down the motor in an old school way, which is water. I was careful not to hit any of the other electronics. Just splashed it on the motor. We're gonna go off into the trails over here for just a bit. This guy working up there, I don't want to be a nuisance to him, and you know, I don't really have anywhere else to go. 2S only. I'm going to contact the company about the overheating issue, see what they say. Still think for the price, you get a pretty decent amount of truck for the price. Now, somebody on the review, I think I'm going the wrong way. I think I need to be over there. Like, you know the way, truck. You ain't been out here before. Get back here. Sorry, just kidding. Now, I was talking to one of them the other time, but just quick. I'll save this thought for when we're actually on the trail. I'm going to save the battery as much as I can, too. Alright, we're out here now. I'm going to extend my tripod's legs so that I can hold my camera a little bit easier. Yes, I use my tripod as a stick. Hey, it works, don't judge me. You work with what you got when you ain't got a lot, right? Anyways, so, as I was saying, I don't know, for $219 for the price of that this truck goes for now, I think you get a decent amount of truck. You know, you get a decent amount of truck, and it's got oil-filled shocks right out of the gate, which is amazing. The only issue I have with it so far is, like, literally this is the only issue, is the overheating. The overheating. keeping that 550's motor temp down should not be that hard. I mean, Cindy runs a 550, and her motor temp doesn't skyrocket like that. I mean, you guys, this thing was smoking and nothing touched it. I mean, yes, it's probably dumb for me to be out here running it, but I kind of want to give you guys something of a video. So we're going to stop up here in this little clearing. I'm going to give you about 10 minutes of this thing ripping around on 2S. And then, I mean, like, this road is super, this path is super uneven. It's not even a road. I mean, full throttle, it's not that fast. 3S wakes it up a ton. I mean, anyone in the RC world knows that 2S compared to 3S is kind of a joke. But you can put 3S in it and it will run just fine. The ESC even beeps 3 times to let you know that it knows it's 3S. So I'll turn it off and back on for you guys. I'll go kneel down over here where there's a thing. Why are you turning right so hard? What's wrong with you? That's weird. It's either got something stuck or it has decided to change its own steering angle. Okay, there's like no linoleum or whatever here. Oh, come here. Now, why are you being weird with your steering angle? There's something stuck on the inside. That's why. Huh. Now it's not doing it, but okay, here we go. Turn it off. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear this. I'll move you right up to it. Ready? So those 3 beeps were signaling that it's a 2S pack and then signaling connection. At least that's what I understand. Because when I put the 3S in, it did 4 beeps. It did beep, 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 beep. Yeah, it did 3, a pause, and then a beep. So I'm guessing that the final beep after the pause is the thing. But now, I do smell the burning burn, and I don't want to be out here a whole lot longer. I have personal reasons why I don't want to be out here long. Nothing bad. There's no bathroom out here. Ooh. Okay, I'm up. I mean, for the price, $219, it's good, it looks good, you get a battery with it, and a charger. I think I'm going to ramp off a cow poop. The only issue I have is the overheating. I mean, it's a powerful truck, 4-wheel drive, and I've looked, and it flipped. I've looked at Arma prices, I've looked at Traxxas prices. An Arma 4-wheel drive, or 4x2 stadium truck in 110 scale on sale was $169. Stock was $200. Stock as in no sale. Most other Armas and most Traxxas trucks in 110 scale are not this cheap. Now, mind you, do I think this can hang with the big boys? No, not really. I'm trying to see if you guys can see up in there, see if there's any smoke going. But they do show it doing some cool stuff in the video on there. The body looks amazing. The truck feels good. That overheat issue is the only problem. And I mean, I don't even know if it's actually an issue or just a normal thing. I don't know. I guess I could try and put on a bigger heat sink on that 550 and see if that helps it. But the only other thing I can think of beyond that is putting a fan on it. Putting a bigger heat sink and a fan, and oh, look at that. I have no throttle. I wonder if that battery's dead, or if something else happened. Oh. Hoo-hoo, that is hot. There's a red light on the ESC that's coming on. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a red light that comes on when I hit the throttle. But when I turn, it doesn't come on. So I wonder if it overheated, if it's overheat protection. Well, I guess that ends this video. I'm gonna go take this back and cool it down and take it home, because I think that's all I'm gonna get out of it. It kind of sucks, but thank you guys for watching. HSP review video part 1 end. Alright, hello and welcome back after an obscenely long time. This is actually going on the end of another video, so I don't really know if it's welcome back. But if you have been watching this video all the way to the end, I appreciate it. Last time I had this truck out, I had an issue with overheating. And I think I fixed that. I think I need to mess with my ESC though. So, I don't have the battery strap right now. I don't know where it is. But the previous motor, the motor it came with, kind of melted itself. And I swapped out the ESC as well. This is the ESC that was in Cindy, and the wires are kind of a mess right now, but everything's more or less in its place. And I'm not really doing anything crazy, so I'm not too worried about the battery strap. But this is just a standard stock 550. Got it off Amazon. It was like 15 bucks. And it works. We're running 2S right now, and I'm just kind of glad to have this truck working. And after driving it here, the motor is a fairly decent temperature. It's not too hot. So I'm hoping that this new motor will survive. Also, although if it does start to overheat, which I'm not going to make this video long, I just want to give it a run. I do like the look of this truck. The colors are cool. If this motor does begin to overheat, I do have my eyes on a heat sink that I want to buy. It's $15 or something like that, and it's got 2 fans on it, and it plugs into the receiver. And I'm planning on changing out the receiver because I'm not a fan of this gigantic controller. I can barely touch the steering with my thumb. But this truck's pretty good. I'm going to... They're actually building something right up here. You can probably hear that. I'm going to point this up the road and just kind of give it a go, and then we'll be done for the day. This particular 550 doesn't have the power. Also, there's something going on. That's why I said I need to mess with my ESC. If I touch reverse, while it's going forward, it grinds, and I think that's the... I think that is the motor trying to immediately go in reverse without allowing the truck to stop or putting the brakes on. And I think that's a setting on my ESC. I think this ESC has that setting, but not a very powerful motor, but it does the job. This road is busy today. I just want to get one more clean run. Just one. That's all I want. It's more powerful on 3S, but oh, we got some steering issues going on. Why is that? Why are you doing that? How strange. Oh, maybe it's just running relatively straight. Your car on my right. For 550 on 2S LiPo, it's not bad. 110, and that's all I remember about it. But I know that the stock ESC can run 3S, and be how I blew the other motor, or it might have been just the way that motor was set up. Okay, and now we've had a few decent runs, or a couple decent runs. It's not cold today, it's not exactly cold, and it's definitely not cold, it's actually really nice. It's just wet. And now, the test that you guys can't see, but I can definitely feel, the finger test. And that motor is basically ice cold. That is beautiful. Alright, so it seems we fixed my problem, and it seems I need to do something about some splash guard in there. But for now, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I apologize for like the 70,000th time for not posting in a long time. I haven't gotten out, and I've also had to repair basically every single car I own. So, and currently 2 of them are on the bench alongside this one. So, that's going to do it for me. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully we get to see this car out more and on 3S. And I don't know. Thanks for watching. Peace out.